I'm Dr. Marianne Waters, and I'll be undertaking a research training fellowship with the Mabin Lab Group at the University of Edinburgh, thanks to funding from Wellbeing of Women. I'll be investigating if menstrual fluid can be used to confirm if a woman has heavy periods and non-invasively identify the underlying cause. 1 in 3 women suffer from heavy periods, and they can have a significantly negative impact on quality of life. Over time, heavy bleeding can lead to a low blood count, and this can require blood transfusion. Because there's a lot of taboo surrounding talking about periods, many women endure symptoms for years because they're not sure if what they're experiencing is normal and something that they should have to put up with. But it's not. We know from previous research, looking at samples from the womb lining, that there are differences between those with normal and heavy periods, and I predict that these differences will also be detectable in menstrual fluid. The advantage of working with fluid is that it can be collected non-invasively by women themselves using a menstrual cup. I will objectively measure the menstrual blood loss of women in the project and analyse samples of their menstrual fluid. All women will also have an ultrasound scan to determine if there are any structural changes in the womb, such as fibroids or adenomyosis, which are known to be associated with heavy periods. I'll analyse the fluid samples and compare results to determine if there are differences between those with normal periods, heavy periods, and heavy periods with structural changes. Findings from my project could lead to the development of a new product or test which would provide women and doctors with key information about periods. Are they heavy, and what's the underlying cause? This would allow much earlier identification of women at risk of a low blood count, and for treatments and investigations to be started at a much earlier stage. Ultimately, women would be empowered by having this information about their periods, and this would be transformative to the way that we currently can identify and manage heavy periods. Thanks to Wellbeing of Women for funding this project.